I commend the NCAA for the steps they've taken in college baseball. I'm actually a proponent of the testing. I think it's one of the worst things that's happened in the history of the game was the steroid era in Major League Baseball, and I'm all for eliminating it.
The steroid problem that emerged in professional baseball happened mainly because Major League Baseball didn't take the same vigilant approach to drug testing that universities and the NCAA did.
I think first thing is if you look at the collective bargaining agreement, there was no drug testing in the 90s when Barry Bonds and Mark McGuire and Sammy Socha and Rafael Primero, the guys that have been since indicted and have failed drug tests, or they had the evidence they failed it, but they weren't allowed to drug test then. So as a result, the performance-enhancing drugs became a huge issue during the steroid era, and you can look what happened in popular baseball. There was the strike, the attendance was going way down, the steroid era hit, guys were hitting home runs at a record number, and baseball's attendance was at an all-time high. And I honestly believe this. Major League Baseball turned its back on it until it was financially solvent enough before they went and addressed it.
But the NCAA and universities across the country did not turn their back on illegal use of banned substances. They adapted and formed better testing programs.
When I first came, it was strictly random, and they're doing it every month now. Okay, I think it used to be like once a semester was pretty much how it went before. And we even had some players go through the program when I first got here that never got tested. In the 4 years they were here, their number was never drawn. Now they make sure every single player is tested.
I think our current system is a deterrent to drug use. I don't think it's a preventative. I think it would be very difficult to completely eliminate drug use, and I'm not sure that's what we want to do. I think what we want to do is keep it from interfering with their academic performance and their performance on the field, and also keep it from affecting their health. So if we can control it, by that I mean keep people from becoming regular users, keep them away from the anabolic steroids, I think that is a success of sorts.
But just because testing has increased in some programs, that doesn't mean that performance-enhancing drug use is a thing of the past in college baseball.
As a coach that coaches at a major university and coaches in a BCS conference, we have more resources than the low-mid majors have. When I was at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, which is a small Division I school, we never drug test. It's really expensive. Okay. Now I'm sure they've implemented a drug testing program since the NCAA has become adamant that it's part of your student athlete welfare package, but I guarantee those kids are only being tested once. They're not doing it multiple times every month like we're doing it at KU.
This opens the door for undetected use of steroids.
I think that if you play at a smaller Division I school, or if you play Division II or any IA baseball or junior college baseball, and there is no drug testing until you get in the playoffs, I would venture to say the percentages of players doing it would be a lot higher than Division I level.
While less testing may exist at smaller schools, the low tolerance of the NCAA for violations is itself a big deterrent of drug use.
The NCAA, it's the first time positive, you're banned.
The penalty of Division I baseball is a 1-year suspension. And it's happened to multiple players. Arkansas had an incident a few years ago where 3 of their players tested positive, and you had to sit out a year, and they actually transferred, I believe, to NAIA school so that they can play. But I think our school does a really good job with the education. They let the players know exactly what the rules are, what the penalties are, how we're going to test them. They all sign the forms stating that they've heard the presentation, they know the rules. So I think our compliance office and our training staff do a fabulous job of educating student athletes at KU.
With more college players entering professional baseball with these test programs and education, maybe doping in professional baseball could soon be a thing of the past.